one unit, you can potentially save 3 lives. So go to lifesouth.org and share.
Beautiful.
There you go. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Today we're actually at the Wee and Dixie in Bellevue.
Wee and Dixie.
Wee and Dixie.
Now that's how Frankenstein should speak.
All Southern.
And by the way, is that show appropriate for kids, or is it like one of the scary takes on it?
There is definitely, it's not over the top. It's definitely not over the top. We stayed far away from that. But it's the violence that...
It's an 11-year-old.
No.
All right.
No.
Me personally, I can't say anything. I was watching like horror movies at 3. I mean,
yeah,
but the thing is, it's all at the discretion of the parent.
And there's a difference when it's on TV and when you see it play acted too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because I mean, you got that more in your face. So
right.
There might be something different taken from it. I mean, it would be at your discretion because. I mean, we're all 4 of us here. We're all of the age where we were watching like Terminator and stuff, like at a very young age. So it's like, okay, that's not a big deal to us. I mean, but you would have to. Kids nowadays are much different than what we grew up as.
Yeah, when my son was 12, he was pulling people out of taxi cabs and punching them in the face.
Yeah.
It was Grand Theft Auto.
He was the inspiration for that.
Yeah, I remember seeing, I don't know how I got in, but I saw Nightmare on Elm Street 2 when I was about 4 years old in the theater.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
I don't know how they let me into the theater. But
I
saw
remember
that
the rated R
nightmares.
wasn't there at that point.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you have to be 17. Here's your ID.
So it sounds like no, Galen. It sounds like it's not appropriate.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Galen, where's you win Dixie, and of course you can go next door to the Cascades. That's where Life South is, and donate some blood over there. In Denellen, where would you go, Robin?
Right next door to Sweet Bay.
All right.
Sweet Bay.
Galen, when are you coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
All right. Will you be careful and consider a Kickstarter for your next fundraising project?
I will.
5
we
points
actually
of
have
life.
used it before. It's just
Can you use it for blood? Can you say?
you can't use it for blood. But we use it for 5 points of life. Yeah.
Oh, okay. For the money. And have you been successful?
To some degree. I mean, you have to really be goofy, and we're not that goofy.
Oh, you should get the Insomniac Theatre to do something. That would be fun.
If you would do the human racehorses,
that would be goofy.
That would be goofy.
That's right.
See, we had this idea. To have pantomime horses, like 2 people per horse, and have a race, and call it human racehorses. Like the human resources and human race.
Yeah, I thought it was clever.
Nice.
And then people can bet on the horses.
Galen,
and all the
everybody likes the
proceeds will
idea
go to
but you.
Lifestyle.
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't know how to execute it.
Well, if you've ever heard of the show Most Extreme Elimination Challenge,
Sure.
look for one of the episodes that actually has them, like, however, it doesn't have 2 person per horse, but the back end has wheels on it, and the other people are in the front and got a little, like, eye view that they can see, and they're wearing roller skates trying to go over obstacles.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Wow. All right, Galen, well, you have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, you guys are the best. Thanks, y'all.
And we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back, and we'll be speaking about the tragedy of Victor von Frankenstein.
Yes, George.
I can't get the car started, and I need to get to Devon Self-Storage in Ocala and unclutter the garage.
Oh, George, don't worry. Devon Self-Storage in Ocala has a free move-in truck now. Just ask for John or Michael. They will gladly help you. George, you better call 352-873-0777.
Oh, thank you, Alice.
Say hi to Gordy for me.
Yes, I will, Alice.
George, with Devon Self-Storage in Ocala, your life just got easier.
Yes, Alice, yes.
For timely tips on shopping and buying and common sense marketplace advice, listen to Report to Consumers every weekday morning at 10:50 here on News Talk 1370 WOCA, the talk of the town.
A moment of truth about the Florida Senate campaign.
Dorothy Huckel says she is proud of what has been called the dirtiest campaign in Florida history. It's a dishonest $4 million character assassination against Frank Bruno. You can hide a lot behind $4 million. But you can't hide the truth. Like the sweetheart deal she gave her son. She hired his one-man company to work on her campaign. The paycheck? $100,000. And where is her son's one-man company located? In Dorothy Huckel's home. And where do the checks get delivered? To the mailbox of the Dorothy Huckel campaign. Dorothy can't understand the outrage. She's just looking out for her son. But Frank Bruno is looking out for you. Elect Frank Bruno for the Florida Senate. Endorsed by the Orlando Sentinel and smart voters everywhere.
Political advertisement paid for and approved by Frank Bruno, Democrat, for Florida Senate, District 8.
Digital Graphics Reborn. Phoenix Graphics. When you need vehicle graphics, banners, t-shirts, window graphics, you need to call Phoenix Graphics at 368-2404. When you need building signs, vehicle wraps, yard signs, realty signs, business cards, you need to call 368-2404. Phoenix Graphics. Digital Graphics Reborn.
Have you looked at your tires lately? I thought so. Right now at Ford Lincoln of Ocala's Completely Satisfied Service Center, they're having a big tire event. Purchase 4 tires from their entire Goodyear, Continental, Pirelli, Hancock, or Dunlop lineup and receive a $60 cash rebate. Not bad, eh? What if Ford Lincoln of Ocala's Service Center gave you an additional $60 cash rebate when you put your entire purchase on your Ford Service credit card? There. Now you just saved $120 using your Ford Service credit card and get 6 or 12 months no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments. Sounds good, right? Let's back that big tire event with Ford Lincoln of Ocala's low-price tire guarantee to beat any competitor's pricing on the tires they sell. Chances are you probably need new tires or getting close. Drive into Ford Lincoln of Ocala's Completely Satisfied Service Center today and take advantage of their $60 cash rebate on major tire brands and an additional $60 rebate using your Ford Service credit card. The big tire event going on now at Ford Lincoln of Ocala. Find out more at fordofocala.com or call 732-4800.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, let's rejoin our conversation, and we'll learn more about the play. It's called The Tragedy of Victor von Frankenstein. It is being presented at the Insomniac Theatre, and it says here Friday at 8. Is it this coming Friday?
Yep.
Tomorrow you do it 8 p.m. to midnight. And midnight. Yes. Oh, you have 2 shows. Wow. Saturday, 8 p.m., Sunday, 3 p.m., and is that it? Just those 4 shows?
Oh, no, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep,
3 weeks. Okay.
October 26th through the 11th.
I got it. Okay, yeah, I see them here. Okay. And in the studio, Ryan James, Alessandro Wright, Lindsay Collins, and Akil Bab. They're here to talk about the play that they're all in. And if you're looking online now, it is streaming again live, so you can watch it. Yeah, there you are. All right. Alessandro, let me ask you this. When you work on a play where the writer is nearby, does he play a role in the directing? Is he?
This in films, he's sought as more of a consultant to point us in a direction that he had first thought of. In this particular one, we're treating it more as a surprise for the writer, so he's been banned from rehearsals.
Okay, so he hasn't seen it.
No. He's seen flashes and glimpses, and that's it.
Well, that's got to be exciting for a creative person to see their creation.
Oh, especially the amount of time that Kenneth Lamb has spent creating this and pushing it. It's going to be all the better for him.
And did you change anything at all?
No, it's like one word or two.
Word.
Because we just couldn't.
Imagine if he noticed that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He will notice.
Wasn't there an oven there?
You missed the vowel. So disappointed.
Actually, he might actually.
He might give us a little.
I had the word lesbian in there. I know I did.
But Ken, he's a very, very prolific writer.
Okay, all right. So he writes a lot. Well, that's great. I mean, I just does he? Is this something that he's done a lot, and does he have his plays played a lot?
He's actually had a lot of experience doing supplemental storylines and for tabletop games and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he took part in all of the supplemental writings for like the Dungeons and Dragons series.
Oh, okay.
That's one aspect that he's done, but he's also done like more commercial stuff like that over the past few years and decades.
Lindsay, is there anything that jumps out if I ask you what was the biggest challenge of this role?
Just like I said before, having to really tap into those real-life emotions, and the fact that, like I said, she is going through so many things and feeling so many things that I have felt in my own life. That would have to be the most challenging. Also, a challenge at all of the rehearsals, and having 2 kids, and balancing that, it's been very
the
demanding.
external challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure
definitely.
that is.
I would say that that's a big part of it as well. The accent has been. They said I sounded Australian in the beginning.
What do you
they said that my accent was Australian.
Let me hear.
No. Don't embarrass me.
Come to the show and you'll be able to hear it.
I don't sound Australian anymore.
No, you are right, Tassie Temptress.
They said I sounded Australian, and here's the funny thing. I had to work on my accent, and right when we were doing accents and really working on it, and I was just really starting to implement my accent, and everybody was making fun, like, oh, you sound like an Aussie. I had 2 friends from Australia come. They're in a band over there called In League. And they came.
So you were influenced by them?
They came and stayed at our house for a week. So I was like, this is really not going to help in my endeavor to sound more English.
Have you ever been influenced by somebody that you've met along the way? I mean, where you hear them talk and you say, "Oh man, I got to use that one day."
Yes.
Yeah?
I went to the Cup of the Irish, and the owner was there, and I was slipping in and out of an Irish accent, and it was. Oh, is
that right? Yeah, Ruben's been in here too. Yeah.
It was kind of interesting because my buddy's next to me. He's kind of looking at me. I'm like,
were you doing it intentionally? Were you doing it intentionally?
No, actually, I wasn't, because I was just listening to him, and eventually it kind of evolved into somewhat of an Irish accent whenever I was going through the course of things. I had to stop myself and go, uh-oh.
Does that happen to you all the time? I mean, like, if you visit New York, do you speak like a New Yorker, and does that happen to you?
Actually, whenever I was in New York, I really didn't catch on to their accent.
That happens to me a lot.
It does?
I'm from Boston.
So you absorb it?
Yes, and when someone's like, I'm from Mass, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, the Red Sox, yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden it comes back, right?
It really does. My R's disappear.
Yeah, me too. It happens for me as well. Yeah. There's a lady over here at the Checkers, and she's got a voice that you should listen to. It's just very high, very thin. She's
very bubbly.
Do you want to make that a supersize?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of them,
Yeah. I've been told that when I get sleepy, I sound very Southern. When I'm very, very tired.
When you're sleepy?
Yeah, when I'm really sleepy. Like, if I'm in bed and I'm talking
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm ready for bed, y'all.
Wow.
I'm tired.
That's like a nursing home story. You ever hear these nursing home stories?
Yeah.
Like somebody's going through Alzheimer's and they're starting to fade, and all of a sudden they're speaking German.
Yeah.
Have you heard these stories? It's like, what happened? How did that happen? I was in the nursing home yesterday, as a matter of fact, and a little lady came up to me, and she said, "How old are you?" And I said, 57. And she said, 57 what? I said, well, years. 57 months? Days?
I wonder if, did they know German before that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I always wonder.
That's
old high school lessons coming back up.
Right?
All right, so we went on a big tangent right there. The tragedy of Victor von Frankenstein. Actually, Lindsay, the way you described it makes it sound like a better story than the original Frankenstein story.
It's a wonderful story.
It sounds like it's got more human elements to it.
It absolutely does.
That's an understatement.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
So again, remind me who the name of the author is, the writer.
Kenneth Lamb.
Kenneth. So Kenneth must be a sensitive guy. Nah?
He's a big bear.
He's very receptive. Yes.
He's a cuddly bear.
But he's written into the play something more human. It sounds like.
Yes, especially for the creature.
Oh yeah.
Well, the creature didn't speak in the original, right?
In Boris. Oh no, in Mary Shelley's.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the original story, because he was put together by the sum of many men, and he slowly regains that ability. He has these talents that he didn't even know that he had. And there's extreme dialogue between him and his, pseudo father Victor.
In the book,
mm-hmm.
The book, but not in the movies.
Is there a lot of makeup necessary for your role?
Yes, I do full latex prosthetics on my entire head.
Latex prosthetics? You get them at Walgreens? Where do you get that stuff?
No, make it from scratch out of just a jug of latex. Jug of latex in practice.
Did you make it, or do you have a costume
on our
person?
website right now, we actually have the preliminary video, the time-lapse video of one of our first.
Oh, really? Oh, that is so cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
And you can see it going layer by layer.
It's also linked on Insomniac. It's also linked on InsomniacTheatre.com. If you check out the Victor von Frankenstein post, we've got the Meet the Cast video, which was done by Jorge. How do you say?
Jorge Mejia.
Mejia.
Very talented.
Done up very much like in the actor's studio. Also, the makeup test for the creature as well.
Okay. And are you the entire cast, or are there other actors?
It's a total of 9.
Yeah. Total of 9. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing it with us. Let's make sure are we giving away tickets?
Yes, I have to bring the vouchers.
Later.
I got it out of the house.
So later on we'll give away tickets. Maybe probably tomorrow.
But we do have them. I can have them for you here on my lunch hour.
Okay, so all right, so right now.
So yes, you can.
This is not for children, right?
But not your lunch hour.
It's
not his lunch hour.
Parent. It's
no,
like
his
going
lunch
to a
hour.
scary movie.
I'm bringing my 7-year-old.
Oh, you are. So
yes.
okay, so okay. Well, maybe the idea would be go, and then if you think the kids would be okay, then take them.
Mm-hmm.
So you go twice, right?
Yeah. And it was it's not like a lot of fake blood or
there's none of that.
None of that.
They sell fake blood in the candy aisle now. Have you seen this?
Do they really?
Yeah, they do in Walgreens.
Like when you donate blood next door at Life South, it goes into a bag. They sell bags full of candy blood.
Some of it's also energy drinks.
and like our generation, it was fake cigarettes. And now it's
fake cigarettes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Gosh, I miss those.
The bubblegum
Maybe
cigars.
I should switch to
Oh,
those.
I love those.
Switch to the fake.
I should switch to the candy ones.
There you go. Then you wouldn't have met Chad.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. If I hadn't been a cigarette smoker,
You
I'd
still
never
would have
met
met Chad.
Chad
I promise you. If you went outside the doctor's office and you were puffing on a candy cigarette.
Yeah,
Chad
he
would
would.
definitely have something to say.
Yeah.
I actually think we should do that. That should be one of those hidden camera things.
Oh, good idea.
Is that a fake cigarette?
No, it's not.
Well, thank you all for coming in. Let me make sure I repeat the performance dates and times. October 26th through November 11th. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Fridays, 8 p.m. and midnight. Saturdays, 8 p.m. and Sundays, 3 p.m. It's the Tragedy of Victor von Frankenstein. And if you would like, we'll do the tickets later on. I just want to make sure I have everything straight here. Akil Bab, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Lindsay Collins, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Alessandro Wright, thank you.
Thank you.
And Ryan James, as always, thank you for getting up.
Thank you.
And you seem so much better now than when you first came here.
Yeah.
I think we're your medicine. I think we helped you.
He has nothing to say.
Yes. But no, I've also lost a lot of weight too, and actually somewhat being healthy.
Well, should we take
very? That's still a very loose term. But after losing some weight, I've actually had a little bit more energy, with the exception of this show. But that's all of us. I mean, even the 4 of us here, we've all have been busting our tails for this show to make it just top notch and to blow people's minds away.
And you're very ultra creative. I mean, everybody from the actors to all of the technicians to the people that create the flyers and the advertising. Every one of you have a wonderful talent, and you do so much for our community.
Thank you.
I would also like to mention that you two are splendid.
Oh, wow.
You mean the band U2?
The band U2's okay, but I would rather listen to you two.
Oh, I thought you meant the band. I thought you meant Bono.
No, but what you guys do is no joke at all, and it's very hard to do. So,
well, thank you for coming
give you
in.
kudos to.
And the Insomniac Theatre has given Ocala a great jewel of an entertainment venue. Thank you for all doing what you do and for coming in to share it with us. All right, we will take a little break. Mike Huckabee is coming up. After Mike Huckabee, we'll take a look at some of these amendments that we're supposed to be voting for or against in the coming election. We'll be right back.
This is the Huckabee Report for Thursday. I'm Mike Huckabee. The election is less than 2 weeks away, and President Obama has finally told us what he plans to do if he's reelected. That story next.
Attention homeowners. If your home has lost value...